Steve, how do you guys channel your frustrations of not having one of your guys out there tonight the right way?
Just the way our guys have approached the last 2 days, lock in on the game plan. And we've got a lot of guys who are excited to get out there and play, and we're looking at it as an opportunity, not something that's lost, but something to be gained. Let's go win the game.
How do you overcome the emotional void that you guys might feel with Draymond's absence?
I think our crowd will help cover that, so we'll be fine.
You guys had 3 separate players listed as questionable. Do you know on their status yet? That's Gary, Wiggins, and Poole.
Wiggins and Poole are definitely playing. Gary's still questionable.
With Jordan, how has the ankle responded over the last couple of days, and where did you see it affect him in game 2?
He's doing much better now, game 2 just didn't really go his way. I mean, he looked like he was moving pretty well, but clearly didn't have his rhythm, and sometimes that can happen when you're dealing with an injury. It's tough to get comfortable, and I didn't think he was comfortable in game 2, so he should be much better tonight.
Steve, are you in a sharing mood with Draymond? Okay.
Steve, do you have any idea where Draymond will be watching the game?
He'll be at home.
Steve, did he go through, hi Steve,
Hi, Gene.
did Draymond go through some workout here? I know you guys didn't have a shoot around, but was he able to get some work in today?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know the answer to that, yeah.
Coach Kerr, before game 1 in Sacramento, you did mention that, if the team Warriors are down 3-0, then
I mentioned that.
if they were down 3-0, there would be pressure, but you're down 2-0. So
I
how
said
would something similar to that? But you didn't say if you were down, just like if a team, basically not you, but if a team was down 3-0, there would probably be some pressure.
Like that. Somebody else must have said something.
Okay. But okay, well, how do you feel about it now being down 2-0? How would you describe that if it's not pressure?
Yeah, it's new territory for us. So I think our guys look at it as a challenge and as an opportunity. They've accomplished so much over the years, and the fact that we haven't been down 2-0, to be honest, that's kind of in and of itself a pretty amazing accomplishment in a decade of playoff runs to never be down 2-0. So we've been down 3-1 before. Our guys have been through everything, so it's a great challenge for us, and I think we're excited for the challenge.
Steve, now that it's official that Mike Brown is Coach of the Year, what do you think about him getting that honor by a unanimous vote?
Not surprising. I think every coach in the league felt the same way. Mike's done a brilliant job. They've done a great job putting together their roster the last couple of years, and Mike and his staff have just hit a home run this year, so well deserved.
I think everybody knows what's at stake at this point. How do you help your players focus on the immediate tonight as opposed to what the long-term ramifications may be if things don't go well?
Players don't really think about that stuff. And I don't either, to be honest with you. It's just, we have a game to win, and our immediate focus is always on the next day. And we have to live that way throughout the regular season. You have 82 games. You get all kinds of adversity that comes your way, and you get sort of conditioned, and as a coach you try to help condition your players to focus on just the next day, and that's it. And so I think we leave all that other speculation to everybody else, you in particular.
Steve, I'm sure over the years you get used to seeing certain faces. E40 is a big Warrior fan, and he put out a statement with the Kings yesterday. There was a misunderstanding up there in game 1, but how much do some of those faces, celebrity faces, who are here year after year, kind of mean to you to see them and their dedication to your team, supporting your team?
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, he sits right next to our bench. We see him all the time, and he's a huge supporter, and our guys love him, and he's always got a big smile on his face. So it's fun. I mean, what's happened here over the last decade has been really special, and it's fun to share it with our fans and with everybody who's supporting our team. And it's been a pretty amazing ride, and that's one of the reasons you get a lot of different people who are giving us support every single night. It's pretty special.
Steve, back here, your group has been pretty effective in limiting Keegan Murray to this point. What do you attribute that to? And then what's also just your thoughts on a rookie having as prominent of a role as Keegan has on a playoff team?
Yeah, I mean, he's a great shooter, and he's got good size, and so we know the threat that he poses, and like there are other shooters with Herter and Monk and Trey Lyles. I mean, they're all capable, and they obviously run great stuff through Sabonis and Fox, and so they're all capable of knocking down shots. We've been able to contain Murray through the first 2 games. That doesn't mean it'll automatically happen in game 3. So every game's different. We just have to make sure we stay locked in on our assignments and on the scouting report, the individual player scouting reports that our guys all have, and understand, we can't give him any clean looks. He can get hot in a hurry. As far as him playing so much as a rookie, it's impressive. I think he have 3 years of college experience or 2. I don't know. Anybody know?
I think he left after South.
2.
Sophomore year.
So he's a very mature player who has stepped right in and played well for them. Very impressive.
Steve, Jonathan played a pretty significant role for this team down the stretch of the regular season, but so far through 2 postseason games, he's only averaging like 6.8 minutes a night. What do you see as the biggest factor in that?
Things just haven't fallen for him yet. There's not a matchup in this series that is 100% requirement. His best attribute is his on-ball defense of the big wings that we play night to night, whether it's Brandon Ingram or Kevin Durant or LeBron. I mean, that's where he is really important for us. And this is a different kind of series. And so, what I've told him, and I tell all our guys, is every series is different. Everything can change from one game to the next. You just got to stay ready, and if you do that, things tend to fall your way. And so things could be very different tonight. The next game, whenever, you just have to stay prepared.
Steve, back here. The Kings ranked 24th in defense during the regular season. I know you're obviously very familiar with what kind of defensive coach Mike Brown is, but I don't know if surprise is the word, but are you surprised that they've been able to defend it at this level, or just what do you make of the difference in their defense in the playoffs versus regular season?
Yeah, they've done a really good job of understanding our personnel. Obviously, Mike has great knowledge of our players, and so he's made a point of being very physical and trying to keep Mitchell and Steph for as many minutes as possible, and trying to be very physical with our other guys, and they've done a really good job of that.
Gary just kind of show up sick the last couple days.
Yeah, yesterday he was sick and missed practice, so he's still sick, and we'll see if he's able to go.
Is he in the building?
I don't know.
And then as far as rebounding, I know it was I think they're grabbing back like 37% of their misses. What's gone wrong for you guys in that area? Do you need to play bigger potentially, especially without Draymond?
It's definitely a possibility. I mean, we have to feel the game and see where it's going, but I think game 1 was much more of a technique problem. We were better in game 2 with our box outs. We only missed a couple. We missed a ton in game 1. We were ball watching, off the ball. Everybody was just turning and staring at the flight of the shot instead of turning and finding a body, and that's what led to the 17 that they had. And game 2 was better, but there's going to be a lot of long rebounds. We got to do a better job of being the first to the ball, being the aggressor.
Hi, Steve. Jason Anderson with the Sacramento Bee. Can you elaborate a little on Davion and just your impressions of him defensively and kind of how he's going about guarding Steph?
Well, he's really strong. You know, he's really good on the ball. He's got good lateral quickness, and you know, he's an older young player. He's got experience. He's a national champion. He's been in big games, so he looks very poised out there. And you know, Mike has given him, you know, a job, like just go get into Steph every play, make it as hard as you can for him, and it suits his skill set very well. So he's playing well.
Hey, Coach. Colin Ward-Henninger, CBS Sports. You mentioned that your teams, you know, a lot of your players have been through everything in a playoff setting. That I'm sure brings confidence. As a coach, how do you help strike that balance between the confidence that they have, but also the urgency and energy that they need in this particular game?
We show them tape. We show them good possessions. Say we need more of this. We show them the bad possessions, why we're getting into trouble. I think game one was mostly shot selection offensively. Game two was turnovers and really poor decision making. You know, I told them yesterday that still the greatest quote about the game of all time is the John Wooden quote, "Be quick but don't hurry." It summarizes everything you need to know about the game. And I think the first two games our guys have been in a hurry. They're trying so hard to make plays. We're either taking shots too quickly or trying to make plays that aren't there and turning it over. We've got to be more patient and more poised.
Great, thank you. Mike Brown will be in here momentarily.